For my first review, I'll be reviewing this pre-story one-shot by Oda Sensei called Romance Dawn. And that is actually the same title as the first chapter of the story, of the actual story, but it's because this story is kind of a blueprint for the whole story and kind of contains a lot of interesting things about how Oda definitely originally planned to outline this story. So, that being said, let's get started. First of all, I want to highlight the significance of the moon. The moon is very important in this series, and it should be paid attention to. In this one-shot, the villain's name is Crescent Moon Gary, as well as someone compares Luffy's hat to like a rising half moon as well. Oda actually included in the actual series accurately changing moon phases in the sky for almost the entire first half of the story. So you can track the time of the Straw Hat's journey and how long it's taking based on the moon phases. Another thing I want to highlight from this one shot is that Luffy detests unnecessary violence. He actually captures Crescent Moon Gary and his crew and says that he will set them free later at a safe / uninhabited location, you know? And that is because in this version of the story, Luffy is what's called a peace main. There are two different types of pirates, peace mains and Morganeers. And what's interesting about that is that is a real life concept that Oda was drawing from, but then ended up not using that exact concept in the actual story, but instead getting rid of those titles, but keeping the idea of some pirates are good and some pirates are bad, you know, and like normally peace mains would only steal from other pirates like the Morganeers, and we also see that sometimes in the actual story some Navy people are good and some Navy people are bad, like Captain Axan Morgan. So also Crescent Moon Gary says that I'm one of the 3 men in the world that none dare cross, you know, and like, so in the real story there's a concept known as the 4 emperors, or in Japanese the Yonko. And so I guess he would be one of the Sanko, since there's only 3 of them, but I think that might have been an early concept for that, and I think that's kind of cool that that's there. So Shanks did steal the Gum Gum fruit from a ship, it says, and we really have it really has it described as being rare, and that is because originally in this one shot Oda designed it to be the only devil fruit in existence. There wasn't more, but in this original one shot, when Shanks saves Luffy, it's also a shark that bites off his arm and that he scares away with the look. But I'm glad that Oda added more devil fruits as well as the Sea Kings, because I think it's made the world more rich and interesting and a lot more fun to follow along with and imagine things with. However, I do want to highlight the fact that he does scare the shark away with a look, as you will see in the actual story. He also scares the Sea King away with a look, and that is an important thing that does come back later, as well as the giving of the hat, where Shanks gives Luffy the straw hat, seems to be kind of the same in no matter what story, no matter what version of the story Oda is telling, because I think that is a very important key point to the story. Otherwise, I'm just going to say, be on the lookout for some of these character designs and the fight tactics that Luffy uses to show up in the actual story, because they will come along. One Piece be with you.